everybody's in readiness now, and Graham Smith, I think the anticipation of whether it's going to swing, that's what everybody is just wondering.
Here's that head-to-head again, Barry. Brett Lee versus Graham Smith. Off the mark now, Graham Smith, and South Africa open their accounts. That is a beauty. That is a very good delivery.
Look how far back Graham Smith is, and that means you've got to try and pitch it up, give it the opportunity to move both in the air and off the wicket, which that one did.
Cries of catch it, and it's gone over the top. No third man, that's raced away quickly. Brett Lee will be encouraged by that. It was a odd,
and that's why it's carried over slip quite a long way.
It's a good shot from Smith. The first aggressive. Bowled in. Kaspovic has got one through the gate. De Villiers goes, and the first wicket falls.
We spoke earlier about that fuller length. It was a foolish delivery. That's what Kaspovic can do. He's got the ability to bring it back into you. Stop ball, he looks to take it away. He's left the gate. You leave the gate open, there's a good chance he might get bowled. Villiers gone for 8. So they can lose their first wicket.
No ball, beautifully timed. Legacy of some.
And off the edge and down to the third man boundary for 4. Oh, and that's out, caught behind, yes. No suggestion of wicket for Stuart Clark. That's very well bowled.
And he'll be mighty pleased with that. That really is a good bat. He'll be disappointed. South Africa 42 for 2.
Oh, that's well bowled, and he didn't really know too much about it. That was a very late reaction there from Kelly. In the air, that's out. He's hit it straight to gully. Well, good thinking by Ponting. That's where you got to give the captain a pat on the back. The extra man into side field. Here it is again. Have a look at this.
Just a little bit of extra pace, I think, from Stuart Clark, and that's where he's been so good. Matthew Hayden is the man who's taken the catch, and what a start for Stuart Clark. Unbelievable. He's tried to be aggressive, Jacques Culliston, paid the penalty.
That's away, and that's gone. Fine stroke. Great drive from
on the up. Not a lot wrong with it, and he has just given that the full treatment.
Bowled him. Beautiful delivery. A little bit of a lazy shot, that one. Didn't get the full.
Is to lose a wicket, and that of Herschel Gibbs, that's a peach of a delivery. No real foot movement.
That's the spot. Warner's overstepped, so it's a no ball, but that is exactly the spot that Alan and I were talking about, and that one has gripped considerably.
That's a good shot. Short outside off stump, and nicely played. Well, when it's a short, bad delivery. No ball called and well played. Straight down the ground. Lovely drive. The ball running away down to...
He was very, very poor in getting to the crease for this delivery, which was no ball, and again another boundary. Ricky Ponting it.
In the air, and oh, yes, he's got him. I can't believe it. That is so lucky. For you, this is what happens.
Well, you can't wish it to go more for you. Have a look at this. Good footy skills. My gosh, 10. It's now 76 for 5. Excellent skills in the end, but you have to say a fair amount of luck, and it looked as if Tony might have in fact been off the toe.
Yes, he's loving every second of this. Shane Warne. Look like 2 pretty big diamonds he's got there as well. That little signal he's making there is to let us know that he never saw it at all, and I tell you what, it looked like it. That's down to third man for 4. Good shot. Nicely played through the covers. That should go all the way for 4.
Oh, that's a beautiful stroke, Boucher. He's really timed that. He drove close. No concerns about his timing now, his footwork. That's a stroke of a man whose confidence is high and seen it well.
I think it's off the pad.
Or 2 or 3 fours, because that's the way the guys play these days. But I think you've got to hold your nerve, and I think Stuart Clark did that well.
Gone! Caught Gilchrist! Stuart Clark.
Bowling from Stuart Clark. Fiddled for it, Boucher. Great catch in the end, because it was dying on him for Adam Gilchrist. Into the webbing it goes. So one keeper catches the other. Mark Boucher, 16 for him, 104 for 6.
It's that right-hand column, 19, 8, 80. Just no one getting... Gonna race away. There's just been a couple that have gone through the third man area, which has been... I can remember going down there.
Oh, I can remember a few, because that's my little pet hate when you haven't got one. Boucher got one down there to get off the mark.
It's in the air, but it'll run away for 4. As long as they bowl the right length, Barry, that's going to be the critical thing, because caught and bowled.
Yeah, slower delivery. Didn't quite read it. It was in the air for a while, but I think the placement was good.
Good catch. Sharp catch again. Matty Hayden is so good in that area. Brett Lee is back into the attack, and he's done the business here. Ashwell Prince has played a pretty good knock, but he hasn't capitalised.
Catching's been spot on yet today. Another loose shot from the South African batsman. And yet again, you've got to say it, another softest 7.
Something like that, Tony. Oof, that is a good short ball. Very good short ball. That's the direction. It hasn't wasted it. It hasn't really a real dug-in ball that's just gone over his head. And yeah, maybe that was the way. But how much?
There's the up delivery, and well played. If they're up.
A good comeback that from Andrew Hall as well. Very quick to rock on the front foot. After a bouncer like that, you tend to hang back. And he's got well into that. That's a good shot.
In the air and over the top. Not a great delivery, doesn't bowl many of those, and it's misfielded as well. Well, Warren won't be complaining about that, because he knows it was a bad...
Oh, Brett Lee of all people. You won't find Brett Lee doing this on many occasions. He's such a good athlete, and had it covered, and it slipped away from him.
And that's 4. No third man, lots of attacking field.
This occasion splits the gap between second and gully all the way for 4.
Oh, there it is, beautifully taken. Well, that's exactly the way to go when you're playing this game.
Cullis earlier on, and there we go again. He's gone hard at South Africa, further into the mire. Hall goes for 24. It's 148 for 8.
In the air and into the gap. Well, it was a full toss, probably
put away for a boundary. He's given that some air, all right.
Oh, it's beaten him, it's nipped back. That could so easily have been dragged back onto the stumps. Very, very close.
Well, I reckon he was sitting back on number 2 here. Oh, look at that. He definitely was. He was expecting another short ball. Good bowling, good follow-up. That's just missing off stump.
Not scared to toss it up, but well played by Andre Nell. Got it on the fall and put it away for 4. It's gone over the top. No one down there.
Well, Hayden's been very busy in the
That's past Hayden. Very good bowling again from Shane Warne. But yeah, no doubt expecting that to turn sharply. He's got some willow on it. Gilchrist has chased
to ground straight away. He's had a couple of very sharp ones here. Didn't quite carry. Mixing up his pace again, Shane Warne. That's the quicker one. Just floats on.
Big shout. Could it be the fifth? Yes, it is. Brilliant stuff from Stewart.
Up this time. I'm not sure where there's a little edge here. Just pitches right in the zone. And it's hit him on the roll, so that's fair enough. That's going to hit the stumps. And we'll see that. Oh, it says it's going over, but I didn't pick that. I must admit, I thought that was out. So umpires called it as out. Maybe Nicky Boyer when he sees Boyer 31, 173 for 9.
Would have been a fine catch had it been taken. Casper at long off, it wasn't. Stuck the hand out at the last minute. Fingertips, really. Guess he's a bit fortunate it was his left hand rather than the right. He's hit that one. Wow, that is a good hit. That has gone a long way back. What a fine strike from Andre Nell. Caught that. And that's hit down towards the man at long on and just over him for 6.
Yeah, and just shows you the old smaller boundary. You've been playing the full-toed odds here. Langer would have been back on the fence and taken it nice and comfortably about waist high. It's not to be, and 6.
Two slips in a gully. Deep mid-off, very deep mid-off, bordering on long off. Deep mid-on. And he's hit it straight at him. And he's put it down. Well, there you go. Got him in the right place. And he dropped it.
Well, Stuart Clark's been the hero of the day here with the ball for Australia, but on this occasion, well, that's the last thing you want. It brings up the 200 for South Africa.
He did hit it very hard. Don't know how quickly Stuart Clark picked it up. Sliced that over down to third man for 4. Frustrating. Got the ship into the 30s.
The Australian punting have got to be careful here, because if South Africa do bowl today and do the job with the ball, these little 30-40 odd runs here can make a big difference at the end of the day.
South Africa past 200 now. Followed him. There's a third. Yorker. The Yorker and out. That's good.
Now, Andre Nell didn't seem too happy. He may have thought that the only thing, it could have been inside edge, but they don't come more out than that.
Useful little partnership from Nell and Ntini. Just gave South Africa
upon this with a lot of concerns. 205 bowled out in almost 64.
Dale says under.
Would you like Micaiah? There's a big shout. South Africa will have some thoughts about how they're going to go about doing that. Not convincing enough, though, that shot from Mark Boucher.
Well, Langer hit that.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's the second time he's played that one. Almost exactly the same place. So Langer moves to 12 now, 2 boundaries. Here's the pull shot again, and right out of the middle of the bat, and once again that'll go down to the boundary for 4. So it's hit one, miss one at the moment, 17 for none. Well, that's a good shot. That's what he's looking for, playing the ball straight down the ground. Beautifully stroked.
It's tough from around. Oh, it's given out. I was about to say it's tough from around the wicket. I'm not convinced. Neither's Justin Langer. He took a long time and turns and walks to towards the change room, I should say. But gee, I think that might have been a little bit of a bonus there, Andre Nell.
Yeah, I don't think this is entirely well, did one say it's going to go over the top or missing leg stump? Probably. Hawkeye says it's going over the top. Well, unfortunately, he's got to go. For 16, it's 21 for 1.
There is a man back, but he's hit that very well indeed. Backward to square. The man was bang on square, and Ricky Ponting knew that was the case.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's almost a front foot pull from Ponting, one of the best players in the world in this particular area. And I just feel that Jacques Rudolph needs to be just backward of square.
Oh, it's a leading edge as he tried to work it a bit leg side. It's gone through that slips cordon.
Play there, absolutely spot on. He misses that, he's gone. He's on the move all the time as Ponting plants that front leg and goes from there.
It's slapped away by Hayden, and it'll run away for 4, and that takes...
That acknowledgement from Hayden. It's not a big one, it's the early stage of his innings, but it was just to say thank you very much. Obviously aware of it as well. Well, the closer play looming is not going to change Matthew Hayden's way of playing.
Unlucky. Unlucky. It's raced away for 4, and the over. And there's 4 more to Hayden. Doesn't move. Good stride. Picked his spot, hit it there, and relaxed. Oh, it hasn't carried. Frustration, more of it for Antini. He's found the outside edge of both batsmen, right and left-hander, and his reward is 4 apiece.
And that's another nick, and it's over the top, and it's 4. It's uppishly played again, and he's lucky again. Now that's exactly what Andre Nell wanted to get him to do. And that brings up the 100. A man at backward point or another gully there might have been quite useful. Well, there's that short ball. It's in the air. Is it going to go all the way? Yes, he's watching it disappear. That's a magnificent shot. Ponting, one of the best players of the hook shot in world cricket. They've got 2 men back down there. Decided to go for the short one, but he hit it for 6.
So you see, that's the one, just a fraction short. Man back, but not far enough. Just rides with it, Ricky Ponting. Just he swivels on that back foot, helping it on its way.
Well, there's the one that was relatively close to the fieldsman. And that brings up Matty Hayden's half-century. He's had a lot of luck. Of that, there's no doubt. However, he's cashing in. Australia moved to 118 for 1.
It's worked from just outside the line of off stump. And it's one of those tracks that if you happen to pick up one, you can easily pick up another one as well. But these 2 guys have got stuck in this partnership now. 100 runs off 174 deliveries.
Yeah, they've had to work very hard for that. These 2, captain again leading from the front. And Matthew Hayden is really the guy that normally you'd find him dominating in innings, but they've had to show a lot of patience.
Outside edge, and it's gone past. Graham Smith at first slip through the vacant second slip position, and the boundary's the result.
Well, I'm really amused, and that's a 50 for Ricky Ponting. He's also been made to work extremely hard, but they've hung in there.
Hall again. Edge, and that's gone past Mark Boucher. Now, it's not the first time over the last couple of years we've seen that happen, where first slip Graham Smith.
He was, I think his first movement was almost down the leg side, ball just tailing in a little bit. And, oh dear, hasn't moved at all.
Ricky Ponting, 61, and Matthew Hayden, 56 at this stage. Andrew Hall it is, charging in. And as a top edge, it could well be out. Andre Nella's underneath it, and he has taken the catch. No, he hasn't. He has put it down. Goodness me. That regulation stuff. Andrew Hall is having last minute. Every now and then they've bowled that short ball to Ponting. He's got underneath that, and this should have been absolutely swallowed. Straight in and straight out.
Well, take that short delivery. Well, that's the first really bad ball that he's bowled, and Ponting has leapt onto it.
Brilliant from Ponting. He's always so quick on that one. If I had to summarise it, I don't think they've got off the high of last weekend's win, but also the mode of one-day cricket. There weren't too many players prepared to leave the ball yesterday, and it is this type of pitch. I think it's going to change by the close of play. It's going to be flat, but when you've won the toss and decided to bat first, you've got to be confident that you are in test mode. For me, I didn't see one player yesterday who was.
Well, here we go. Nicky Boyer into the attack, and straight away we're going to see. This will be very interesting. If he gets a miss hit yet mid-on, it'll be a great decision, and it'll even verify the fact that we think he should have been given a little bit of a go early on, especially with the ball seaming around. They might try and take advantage of this. Have a look at this. Down the wicket. Boy, is that positive cricket. In the air and straight down the ground. What a shot. Well, this is incredible cricket. He's just hit him straight down the ground for 6. Boy, is there a message in this. You can't bowl, I think is the message.
Well, there's a time and opportunity for Ricky Ponting just to have a quiet word with Matthew Hayden. Well, I reckon if Nicky Boyer just has the confidence to keep tossing it up, yeah, he's got a chance.
And that's beaten mid-on, and that'll go for 4 as well. He's not very happy about that, Callis.
Well, he'll give some thought to why he's come around the wicket. He's brought the boundary, and that...
Got him, he's out, caught short, extra cover. Well, justification.
Happy to have given it away like that. But credit to Callis. Got it up there. Went past the bat. This, though, found the middle of Ponting's bat and well taken by the short cover. You won't be happy with that. That's loose. Straight in. And ironically, Andrew Hall's the man to take the catch. He should have had him early on.
Oh, there's the short one, and that is well played. He plays that shot so well. Wide of mid-on for 4. And into the gap and down to the boundary for 4. So yet again, getting it into the right area, but probably wouldn't have carried that one anyhow. Well, that's well played. Straight down the ground again, and all the way for 4. Playing that shot a little bit more consistently now. Well, that's in the air. Now, will this one be caught? Hold your breath. He's got him. Well, Matty Hayden looked to me as if he checked his shot that time. And it was a top edge. It went in the air. They can't believe it. The South Africans have actually caught one.
Yeah, it was not a good shot. Plenty of edges in that particular knock, and that was just another one. Stopped his shot, tried to pull it away. It's got a top edge. Jacques Rudolph running in at last. We've got one. So Matthew Hayden goes in the 90s. He perhaps felt he mightn't have deserved 100 after all of that. Batted for a near enough 4 hours. 192 for 3.
Well, that's a short delivery. That's a bad ball, and that's 4. $201 for 3.
Showing good intent here. That is beautifully played. That is a glorious shot from Damien Martin. It's one of his trademark shots.
Well, that shot from Martin takes Australia now into the lead. And this is when it really starts getting tough for South Africa. That is a good shot. He's a gifted player. Sweet time with the ball.
Now there was a noise. They've gone up, and so has the finger. Hussey was away. He turned and walked straight towards the change room. Andrew Hall has ripped.
Delivery, the fuller length, asking him to have a drive. Well done, Andrew Hall. No doubt, Alim Dar. On this occasion, he is convinced. Helped by Hussey, he turned immediately to walk. He's got a big breakthrough for South Africa. Australia now 214 for 4.
He's away with a cover drive. It's going to be a little bit of a teaser towards that boundary. That's good work. Jacques Rudolph. But 3 runs the result.
Smashed away. Too short, sat up and deserved to be spanked.
There's a nick. Callis has picked up an important wicket here. Damien Martin is one of the...
His eyes lit up here, a little bit of room to swing the bat, try to hit it too hard. Little nick to Boucher. This game's not over, don't worry about that. Jacques Callis, he's bowled pretty well. 236 for 5.
It's nicely steered. There is no third man. Andrew Hall was a man at a deep gully, if you like. And that was beautifully steered by Adam Gilchrist for 4. Oh, that was in the air. That man at Silly Point that Barry was talking about had to react very quickly because it moved quickly off the willow.
He might be able to give himself a yard or two there, A.B. de Villiers, because he likes to go down the wicket, Gilchrist. You can see there he's already marching down the wicket and he's only just come to the crease. Maybe give yourself a yard or two.
250 on the board now. Short and hammered. That is a remarkable shot. It has gone, I think, for 6. Yes, it has. Hit the advertising triangle on the fall, so that is 6 runs. It wasn't that short. He is so strong, Andrew Simons.
It's the pressure a little bit.
He's gone again, and this time he's hit it just as far in the same area. Back-to-back 6s.
Enough of that, says Andrew Simons. He's an aggressive player, one-day player. There's no one out, and there will be soon, absolutely for sure. Just picked it on length, the old slog sweep. It's one that the spinners always dread. Man back now.
He's hit that beautifully. That has gone a long way. Another 6. That's the 3rd 6 off the over.
Definite ploy. Definite ploy from Andrew Simons. Get Boyer off. He's been playing a holding role. He's been able to keep the lid on most of the time, but not this over. 6-6-6-2-1. So it's been a huge over for Australia and for Andrew Simons. Anything in his half, he's going to go after him and force a bowling change from Graham Smith. At the moment, the skipper and his bowler are in earnest conversation.
Could play a bit. Brian Lara is always around the mark. Gone. Callis has got another one. Adam Gilchrist going for the big shot on the offside. Another delivery that just bounced a bit more. A thick edge, and Smith.
Actually the same shot, and just a little bit of width again. Adam Gilchrist trying to hit it too hard. Nice, comfortable catch for the skipper. He really does take them well at that height, and Jacques Cullis has got his third. That's a big breakthrough. Very dangerous player in Adam Gilchrist. He's gone 272 for 6.
Well, there's that flay through the offside. It'll go for 4. Very difficult to stop. Anything wide outside off stump, slightly short, Warne will throw the bat. That's been blazed away through the offside field. Almost as if he decides, predetermined.
Yeah, this is a good shot from Simons. You get the feeling as well, if he feels it's up there, he's going to swing.
Oh, he's gone for it again, and that's another 6. Oh, he's such a strong bloke. Underneath that one, over long on, that's his second 50 in Test match cricket. And
what he's got in his favour here is the breeze. Just got to get it up. He's powerful enough to know that he can clear this boundary comfortably, and with the wind behind it as well, it should fly over it. So a change of plan now for Boyer. He's decided to go over the wicket.
Oh, there he goes again. This should be out. This is going to be caught, or will it be? Or will it be? Yes, it is. Thank goodness.
This was a new ball shot. Decided to take on Boyer again. And watch Nell this time. The hands position. A little bit different to the one that he dropped.
Yes, well, 24 for 7. In the air, and that's the end of that. He's cut the ball straight to Gully. Boy, Gully's been in business. It's a question of what they'll do. Actually, it's not a bad thing to give yourself a couple of chances, 2 chances, rather than just commit yourself to the new ball and then away we go. So Mackay-Ntini has got himself a wicket. It's 294 for 8. Oh, he's dropped him. Well, it would have been a good catch, but it didn't seem to me that he really got off the ground.
Well, it looked as if it took Nicky Boyer by surprise. South Africa need to hold on to these sort of chances.
There's a good shot down the ground. No, it's not. It's caught him. He's gone for the hit, and he's hit it straight to mid-on. So Nicky Boyer getting a wicket here, and justifiably so too. I think he's bowled pretty well today.
It's good for Nicky Boyer. He's put in the overs. And as Warne was dismissed there, Boucher turned to Smith as to say, "You were right. Told you so." I think there was a bit of banter there between the two of them, Warne and Smith. Australia now 296 for 9.
So I think it's going to take a very, very patient knock from somebody. From the South African point of view, that's the 300 for Australia. It looked like a doddle about 2 hours ago, and it's been hard work.
Yeah, well, they were 171 for 1. Just stood back and swatted that, and that'll be irritating.
Oh, is it going to go all the way? It's stopped. A little bit of backspin. And just the 3. You don't often see that on this ground, Jack, is an all-round 3. This with the boundaries in these days, quite an unusual occurrence. So the lead now, 99.
$305 now for 9. And exactly 100 lead. well hit, but well enough. Again, I don't think it's going to get to the boundaries.
Well, that is an unusual occurrence. 2 all-run threes by the number 10 and 11.
Out. That's the end of the innings. South Africa will be happy with that for the reasons other than 6 or 7 overs. Backing away, middle of the bat, nicely taken by Gibbs in the gully. And all in all, a good performance from South Africa. It could have been a lot better had they been a little luckier in the morning, but that wasn't the case. Hayden fell just 6 short of a century. Ponting played quite beautifully before, inexplicably almost, just hit a Africa was 154, Ponting and Hayden, and without that big partnership.
Shared around. Jacques Gallis, I think, bowled very, very well, and Nicky Boyer, he'll be very pleased with that. He went for 22
of 103. We'll be back shortly with South African second.
De Villiers, well, he's opted now to take the the first ball. So Brett Lee steaming in from the Wynberg end. 3 slips in the gully. And all psychological battles going on from now until the end of play.
Here we go, Brett Lee. A little bit leg side. Already Graham Smith calling no from the non-strikers end, which is quite interesting. Shows how pumped up he is. Australia lost their last 8 wickets today for 116 runs. It really was a very impressive fight back from the South Africans. Once one there. Hussey charging. And A.B. de Villiers had to run around the bowler, Brett Lee, who didn't move too far. Bit of the old fast bowler's trick. Alan?
What's that, mate?
It's a nice shot. He loves driving, does A.B. de Villiers.
Nice way to get off the mark, and that.
Yeah, those butterflies will now just be flying a little bit more in formation than they were before that delivery. Swept that away for 4. He will not miss out in that region, Graham Smith.
Swinging back into him, and he's worked hard on his balance, and well, that's food and drink for Graham Smith in that area. Lovely shot, great timing.
And Smith is whittling that away. That's a nice solid shot. Short boundary straight.
Well, he certainly looks pumped. Lovely shot, firm push straight down the ground, and don't bother chasing that. That did find the middle of the bat.
Now that's good work from Gilchrist, and A.B. de Villiers has actually walked. He's gone very smartly. Now Gilchrist, I don't think Gilchrist thought that was a neck. Has disappeared and walked to the change room. There was a noise, and a neck.
Inside edge, absolutely. Good catch. Well, as you say, Adam Gilchrist, he's given that not out. And the rest of the Australians, they know that is out, and A.B. de Villiers has to go for 7. It's 20 for 1.
Bowled him. That is a great delivery. That is a terrific delivery. Herschel Gibbs cannot believe that got through. A little bit lazy.
5 kilometres per hour. Yes, of course that's beaten for pace. He's late on it. It's nipped back, and off pole has taken a crash. Beautiful stuff from Brett Lee. And now South Africa, well, not what they wanted. Still 83 runs behind. He's gone for naught. It's 20 for 2. Well, I just don't know what Herschel Gibbs was thinking here. Whether this just has nipped back as much as he thought it would. But he's clearly late on it. That's hit off stump so hard. And what a shot. What a great shot. Up in 145. Well, it's not going to make it yet again.
But he gets 3.
Take that. Pretty well played in the end as well. 151 k's an hour. And grins all round. I don't know what there is to laugh about.
Well, Brett Lee stirring them up. This is a great test cricket. He charged in there. You would have thought that he's going to do exactly this. Bang it in. That's well watched by Graham Smith. That's very well watched and well played. Now I wonder what he said to him. Happy birthday? Something like that?
Okay.
32 for 2. Four. Ball always going down. $37 for 2.
Oh, that's got to be close. Oh, yes, that's all over. I've got to say, my first reaction was just a quick query as to whether he got outside the line.
Not in his natural play to try and block. It's quite short. He reads it, goes right onto the back foot, but it does turn, and it turns quite quickly. For me, I think probably that's a good decision. I thought initially, too, he might be just outside the line. The umpire had absolutely no hesitation. So Graham Smith's gone for 16. Boy, South Africa have their backs to the wall. It's 37 for 3. Very close indeed. Does he get outside the line? He probably just does. You're right, Greggy. Tight.
That is a good shot. Nicely played. It's with the spin down towards the mid-wicket boundary. Yes, it was the reason why Smith was shaking his head. He was obviously trying to get across. This is a very good way of showing this, actually, where you can see the stumps through the batsman. Just watch where the ball pitches, spins back a long way. Now it hits him right there, just outside the line, crashing into the stumps, middle stump, middle and off, no doubt. But I think that he could. You could argue the umpire, had he given that not out, you would have said that he's given the batsman the benefit of the doubt. Oh, and from outside off stumper, bottom edge, down to the boundary for 4.
Little bit lucky. I think he's decided, Ashwell Prince, that when he tries to block him, he gets himself into trouble. So he's going to premeditate a few shots. One of them is the sweep shot, but you've got to pick the length. And that was too full.
Straight back down the ground. That's a beautiful shot.
Jacques Callis and a super reward.
That is a very good shot. He's driven that one through the offside field. And driven down the ground. Lovely shot. Another lovely shot. That was up there for a while.
Away from the right-hander, but watch how Callis rides with it always. He's always angling his bat to hit with the turn, and that's why he does it so well. Hitting inside out.
First runs of the morning, and that might well go for 4 and does. Good start for Callis in South Africa. What a catch. Bounce, just talked about that. Gilchrist takes an absolute...
Hopes for this test match. He needed a big innings from Callis. As Alan Donald said, it was the bounce that did him. Well, Shane Warne was diving out of the way because Gilchrist has launched himself across in front of first slip. Caught a wonderful, wonderful catch, and Clark, as you would expect, absolutely over the moon. Australia know what a big, big wicket that is. Callis gone for 36, added just 5 this morning, and South Africa now 75 for 4. That's runs through one of the gaps. I think that's gone over the top, in fact. Perfectly harmlessly, but 4 runs.
Extra bounce again, and falling safely. Gee, he's got some lovely rhythm in this test match, Brett Lee.
Well, this just sums it up, and we had the good fortune to bump into Gary Kirsten last night, and his words were, well, can't quite remember ever seeing the Newlands pitch like it is now.
And he still hasn't got off the mark. It's very good work from Matthew Hayden.
It was in the slot there, wasn't it? The man at short cover there, probably that's in the back of Jacques Rudolph's mind now. Can't be too brave outside of stump.
He's away, and it's a fine stroke for 4. It's gone through the fingers of Shane Warne. Now that has taken off as well. So that's the other thing I need to consider here. This track is not easy to bat on. It will never be easy to bat on throughout this entire test match. And that's just a bit of a finger tipper for Warne, but it's gone for 4. They've gone up. There were 2 noises, and up goes the finger. Asherell Prince has got to go. A little bit fortunate, the ball before was put down just by Shane Warne. And Clark has got a little bit of a strangle here. The next ball.
Yeah, well, this is the danger when you get too far across, like Asherell Prince does. The danger is that you can't glove it or get it off the bat down the leg side. An unfortunate way to go out, but he's unfortunately has to go. Prince for 27, South Africa now 88 for 4.
Goodness me, that is nasty. That'll bring a tear to a glass eye. He is in trouble here, Mark Boucher. He has hit the deck very quickly indeed, and this is why.
Spot on. Well, he's not getting too much sympathy from any of the Australian players. I was just going to say, it just argues the point for having a short leg. As Jeremy Fredericks would say, straight in the future.
Well, that's a good shot, lovely shot, through the offside field for 4. Jacques Rudolph.
So Michael Kasperowicz looking to get it up there, to play the drive. He did the right thing, but just over-pitching a little bit. But I'm not sure this is the right move, to be honest with you. I'd have Warney on straight away. Casper's a real old ball bowler.
Good shot, over-pitched. Trying to bowl a Yorker, I would suggest.
Bowled 7 straight overs. That is a full toss straight in the slot, and Rudolph doesn't miss out. One of the few poor deliveries he's bowled.
Wide and 4. Lovely shot. Smashed it.
Nicely put away by Jacques Rudolph. He got the front foot right down there. All the weight going into the shot. Had the spin covered all the way.
Oh, what a catch. What a magnificent catch. Justin Langer has taken an absolute beauty. That was going like a rocket. It came out of the middle of bat.
That he hasn't been doing much. He's just rolled the fingers round, so it came off a little slower. Justin Langer positioned for that very shot, and Mark Boucher will be disappointed. He should have played a little squarer, just ridden with it a bit. He got roughed up all right. 108 for 6.
Well, he's got one away at last. Andrew Hall. He's this occasion.
Cut away, back with a square. Kasperowicz having just bowled 7 overs on the trots, the man who has to chase it. It's a horrible place to field when you're bowling. Backward point to a leg spinner or a left arm orthodox. Almost bound to get some work to do.
He'll have a go at that all the time, will Andrew Hall. Might have been a bit of a ploy to try and get him around his legs, but
He wants to get in that rough round the legs, and fine execution.
And a good shot. Beautifully played by Jacques Rudolph. So again, some intent.
Good shot. I say Matthew Hayden's speak this morning how difficult it is to play the horizontal bat shots.
It's nicely played. Use the feet. Very good shot indeed. That's showing some confidence.
The pressure here down the track, and just didn't get it in the middle.
Gilchrist has gone up in a big way. And it looks like, yes, Alim Dar is referring that to Carl Herter. Now, Adam Gilchrist was very, very excited about this. I wonder if that back foot was just dragged outside the crease.
No, I don't think so. We'll have to have a look, but body language of the Australians. Oh dear. I think that's a part of the foot's behind the line there. I'll just see where the bails come off. I think that is okay, just.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. We're watching this replay, but through our stump mics, there's a conversation going on around the stumps. I think that's okay. Alim Dar, upon being asked by Shane Warne what he thought, Alim Dar said, no, I think he got his foot back in time. But this is what Carl Herter's looking at right now. He can't hear us commentating, by the way, Carl Herter. And these are the exact pictures that he's going to adjudicate on, and I'm sure it's going to be a not out. But certainly Adam Gilchrist was pretty excited. There we go, not out it is. Inside edge onto the thigh pad. Rudolph is thinking about two, down to Stuart Clark. All 6'6" of him, and just won the result. Brings up the 150, that single.
What would South Africa?
Oh, good shot again. Lovely drive. That should go for 4. Will Kasprowicz get there? He's done well. He's managed to cut it off. It's a lovely drive through the offside field. Rudolph is playing with him with a stick of rhubarb. That brings up the 50 partnership. Just reiterating as well, Rudolph has never got out to Shane Warne.
Who's that? Rhubarb the red-nosed reindeer.
Oh, he's bowled him. He's clean bowled him out of the rough from round the wicket. I should never have said it. That is a magnificent delivery. I suspect that he should have gone round the wicket quite a long time ago, which is what Barry Richards said. But have a look at this ball.
I just cannot understand it. He's wasted about 6 or 7 overs. We've been calling for it behind the scenes here, and look at this. I think it just got a little inside edge, and that's why Jacques Rudolph can't really believe how far it's gone back. But I think it's spun enough. He just didn't get the bat out the way. Little inside edge, and Shane Warne, that'll give him a lot of confidence. He's played well, Jacques Rudolph. Fought him off for a long, long time, but the 7th wicket is down. 158 for 7.
Well, that's a very, very good shot. Well, if you're going to sweep, that's the way to... Uppishly played, but it's going to go to the boundary for 4. So, these Australian bowlers, and that one resulting in 4. Streaky 4, 168 for 7. Down the ground it goes. It's in the air, but it's going to go all the way, is it? Just short of the boundary down there. Well, Nicky Boyer deciding you got to go, Shane.
Yeah, early decision. He's way down the track, so he knows where he's going to go. Mid-on is up, so he's going to be hitting with the spin. And that's exactly what he did. Didn't get all of it, Nicky Boyer.
Good shot and straight through Simons. That's dreadful fielding. Boy, he does some great work in the field, but that one went straight through him. And that's it. Cotton bowled first ball. Well, he deserves it, does he not? One doesn't like to see the South Africans tumble necessarily, and you don't like to see anyone get out first ball to a bowling change. But this is the guy that deserves the wickets.
Just Nicky Boyer not paying attention to the different pace. He's been facing Lee, and it's been really quick, and suddenly the man comes on. He's 10, 12, 15 k's an hour slower. Nicky Boyer's threw his shot a little too quickly, and caught and bowled, easy as you like. 179 for 8.
In the air and into the gap 4. There's going to be no messing around here. Nell has decided to adopt the Hall philosophy. If it's up there, it's going to have to go.
And boy, did it. He's a strong man with a big bat, and he has to miss the gap. I don't think this one will be in his half.
Oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. It's appropriate that he gets 10 in the match. They bring him back, and they've rolled over 2. I mean, this guy's having a wonderful debut. He will remember Cape Town for as long as he lives.
You're dead right, he will. And that was smart bowling from Stuart Clark. He had the option of the short pitch delivery or the Yorker, and he went for the one pitched up. Smart thinking. Andre Nell, I think, expecting the short pitch delivery, and he was fooled by his seeming counterpart. Andre Nell, just 4 runs for him. 183, 9 down.
He slapped it away behind point. This may be good.
Their second innings, target was 117. It's up in the air, and there's a man making it. Kasparovic's not going to get to it. Just the one. 117 required score in the second innings. Bowled out for 111. De Villiers 23 overs and 3 balls, 6 for 43.
Well, obviously all South Africans would like to see that again. Perhaps then we'll have a full house.
I was at that game with about 60, 70 South African supporters, and at the beginning of what turned out to be the last day, Australia were pretty much in control. Alan Border was not out overnight. And just to try and, I think your father might have been on that trip, just to try and keep everybody buoyant, I said, listen lads, don't worry. If we can get Border out early, we'll win the game. Big statement. Got there. As we got there, he left a delivery from Donald, lost the bail off his off stump. Shot. But out. Good contact. Good work from Kasparovic, made good ground to his left. And so Shane Warne gets yet another test wicket. Stuart Clark will not be the third Australian to get 10 in the match on debut. Hit this really well, Daryl.
Yeah, he did hit it well, McKay-Teen, unfortunately just picking out Kasparovic there on the boundary. He was set back for exactly this. We put money on McKay-Teen just having a go at something. Well, it's a pity. Not the best of shots, but he is a number 11. Has left Andrew Hall stranded though. Let's give credit to him. He's very, very well played innings of 34. Unfortunately, though, has to come to an end. So now South Africa, Australia need 95 to win.
205, Australia 308. South Africa's second innings, all out 197. 95.
Here's the first ball. A little bit leg side, just work nice and fine. One thing they'll do is run very hard between the wickets, the Australians. They always do. And Australia open their account with a couple of runs and their leg byes. Full shot. There is a man back there. And they'll only know as this test develops how fit he is going to be. Of course, Sean Pollock at this stage, the talk is that he should be okay for that Durban test match. It's very important he comes back when he's 100% fit. Hayden likes it there. No, obviously doesn't by the yell. Now, Makarantini a couple of years ago, and these days the players have their own rooms, but they used to have roommates. But not anymore. That stopped a couple of years ago. Makarantini would not have been the ideal roommate, Barry. He used to carry around some dried cow dung in his cricket coffin for good luck.
I'm trying to get my head around that. Why would you do that?
Pass.
Whole new meaning to the word bulldust. There we go. Make him play, Mackay.
It's a good shot. That is a very good shot indeed. Short and wide and hammered for 4.
Yeah, well, if he thought Andre now was a little bit down the leg side, and we got Mackay and Tini the exact opposite. I think there were 4 leg bars in the first over. Now we got one just a little bit wide and short, giving Langer plenty of opportunity to rock back. Look how wide it is.
Pull shot again. There is a man back. Ashwell Prince it is.
Well, they got him out on the pull shot in the first innings. Mind you, he had 94 at the time.
It's a good shot. Chases on for Prince. Going to be a little teaser this one. He does well, does Prince. Hayden comes back for 2. Hayden was amazed at how much he was still doing on day 2. Batter's done plenty.
Yeah, you can see the frustration from Andre Nell. It's going to happen, and you've got to put it out of your mind. If you're an opening batsman and you've got the hard new ball, you know that the odd delivery is going to do this, and it's just done way too much. And as an opening batsman, you've got to just hope that you play and miss at that. And that's exactly what Hayden did.
Big shot from Andrew Hall. That did tail back in towards the left-hander. Umpire Billy Doctrove says not out. Might have been just going a little bit leg side.
Tell you what, he thought about it for a very long time. He had a very close look at this one. He gets a bit across. Did it pitch outside leg? Yes, it did. It's a good decision. Probably hitting the stumps, but it's pitched outside leg. Good decision.
Yeah, that is a very good call from Billy Doctrove.
Uppishly played, but he's got away with it. It seems that this pitch is creating that sort of situation every now and again. We certainly saw Nicky Boyer caught and bowled. A little shake of the head there from Andre Nell that was in the air. And also you can see there a little mysterious look at the pitch by the batsman.
He's actually played this well. He's waited nicely, although he was a little bit early. And a good bat got him across the boundary rope.
Well, there's that pull shot in front of square, rushing away down to the boundary. That is a fantastic shot and a good effort, but it's gone for 4.
Well, he did say in the first innings that it was difficult to play the horizontal bat shots because you can't trust the bounce. He's ducked the one before and he's really timed this one beautifully. And a great effort from Ashwell Prince, but to no avail.
That's a very good shot. That's an area he loves as well, that back cut. If it's not quite there to drive, he's in a good position to cut it just about backward of point.
Yeah, and he hasn't gone really hard at this. He's just guarded it through that gap for 4. And things quickly now coming to an abrupt end for South Africa. 52 needed. Been such a good player. These two have been incredible partners over the years. They know each other's game plans so well, strengths.
Oh, that's well bowled. Yes, they're very good friends. Doesn't bother him too much when he plays and misses. He tends to forget about it pretty quickly. Oh, good shot again. It's gone like a rocket off the bat.
Hey, Tony, absolute bullet. He knew from the minute. I mean, Ashwell Prince only moved about 3 yards and has beaten him. Almost cleans up the umpire there, Billy Doctorow.
Going down the leg side. He may even have hit it, but it was definitely not hitting the stumps. Nicky Boyer really thought he had him out, but not out for mine.
Well, that, quite agree with you. That's turned too much. It's 48 for none. And he's also trying to give himself some room. Outside leg stump, and it looked like with a naked eye that it was missing. So Mackay Ntini is replacing Andre Nell.
And up they go again, and a little bit too high.
Now, did this pitch outside leg stump as well? Ntini first ball is asking the question.
As you can see, the umpire signal straight away, regardless of anything else. But you're right, it'll pitch outside leg stump if it's short, as it turns out. Oh, interesting. That one obviously nipped back at him.
It's probably going over the top. Did pitch in line, and it is going over the top.
That's well played. Well, that's almost freakish for Mackay Ntini to pitch on the stumps and to be going over the top is an indication that he must be getting a little closer to the stumps, or it's done a lot off the pitch.
Well, it has to come back from that angle that he's coming from, and there's not often you see him do that. It's a good shot from Langer. Australia know they've got plenty of time to knock this off. 50 partnership now between Justin Langer and Matthew Hayden, going along very nicely indeed.
Yes, things are starting to happen a little bit. Boyer into the attack, big appeal for LBW. Oh, and that's gone flying away down to third man. And there's no one covering that area because they're all up in the circle. Another 4.
Has he caught that? Yes, he has. He's happy that it carried. Hayden's standing there and wait.
Well, this isn't going to go down well with the crowd. Yeah, this was the guy that I mentioned, will he take on? Wasn't all the way back, just set in that position really for exactly this. Oh, that's a tough one. You know, the boot's in the way. Well, Andrew Hall isn't happy. Got that ball in pretty quickly to Mark Boucher. Now there is the accusation, if he claims it and then it's turned down, the umpires aren't sure that he may in fact not have taken it. So as a cricketer, you're not very happy if that is the case. So one can understand Andrew Hall's frustration.
In the second innings. We go again. This time it's Langer. Only one though.
This will bring a couple. Prince is quick. Won't give them time to get to run 3. Good use of the feet this from Justin Langer. They just won't allow Nicky Boyer. One we were saying earlier, they can't resist having a go at him, but part of that plan will be to not allow him to settle into good length. Use of the feet that lap around the corner. And then, when it's up, over the top.
That's up in the air. And it's carried. Trying to, but no, it's not a pull shot. He's gone at it with his leading leg. And trying to sort of slap it over mid-wicket. So Ntini's successful. The catcher was Gibbs. Hayden departs. Bowled in, dragged it on. And that is just reward for Ntini. He's gone past the outside edge often enough.
Just hung it in there and eventually been rewarded. Australia now lose their second for 71.
Martin eases that through forward square for one as well. In fact, he's going to come back for the second. Ashwell Prince is a shy at the stumps. Andrew Hall does the right thing, gets over the top, but safely home for Ricky Ponting.
It really is getting slower and slower. Look at this, carries in the air for quite some time. It's almost worth putting in that little position they have at the one-day game when there's a slow wicket on. It's a sort of short mid-wicket.
Under 20 now, just 19 runs to win for Australia.
You just wonder what goes through the batsman's mind, you know, have a little net here.
2 wickets. Big shot from Ntini. Oh, and up goes that finger. Ricky Ponting's not too happy with that one either. He stood.
Yeah, I think he gets a long way across. He always said, this looks out in that, oh no, that can never be out. Not the angle that Mackay bowls at. Mind you, you can just see leg sticks, so it might be just scraping there. Well, there we go. Perhaps it was a very good decision. From my initial reaction was the same as yours, but the umpire probably got it right. So Ponting, oopsie, on his way for one.
A.B. de Villiers is the chaser, and they come back for 2.
Or if I was Mike Hussey or Damien Martin, say, listen, it's happening quite a bit at the one end here. We'll just keep him out, and we'll try and milk the other end for, 4 and over, or whatever the case may be, if an opportunity arises where Andrew Hall's in, and try and win the game that way. Just keep sneaking up from the one end.
It's past the outside edge. Gee, this is a testing little period for Australia now. Ntini's really got his tail up.
Well, watch the footwork here. We talk about it seeming such a lot, but watch the footwork. Caught on the crease. Look at that. Feet absolutely together, squared up. And you just can't play like that and hope to hit the ball. Playing on the move. It's usually a sign that you're not totally confident with the way you're going, neither forward nor back.
We've seen that expression a few times from a couple of batsmen throughout this test. Bemused look. And that one just climbing quite steeply, but Martin riding it well and bunting to the covers for 1. The countdown continues. 13 more to win.
I'm sure they'll win, but it's not been without the odd hiccup. In fact, that's nicely played by Damien Martin in terms of getting up to make sure it hits the middle of the bat and he's able to get a run.
Initial call of yeah, and then wait, which is perhaps not the ideal way to call. 82 for 3. Tucked around the corner. He's going to be looking for 2. He's a very good runner, Hussey, and he comes back easily.
Yeah, this is what happens if you don't quite get it on the right line. It's just a bit too straight. Nicely played. Just run off the face, nice and gently. He knew 2 was on straight away. That's good batting. Now we have the man going in. He's got to get wickets just to keep the pressure going. That's a good position.
That's clever. Opening the face. He's such a thinking cricketer, Mike Hussey. That's one thing that we've noticed when we've seen him on the international stage. Of course, vastly experienced. Just have a look at the way he just opens the blade a little bit here. Into the gap and out of the blocks. It's beautifully bowled by Nicky Bier. 86 for 3. Under 10 runs to win now for Australia. Individual performances, man of the match obviously to be considered. Matthew Hayden playing superb in the first innings and getting 32 in the second, but I'm sure that's going to be Stuart Clark after his debut performance of 9 for 89. Third best performance on debut for Australia, behind Bob Massey and Clary Grimmett. What a dream, Barry.
Sure is. I hope he's got one of the stumps, or will have. Well, talked about spin bowling. That was almost like a spinner. It's gone a long way.
Beautifully played. Gee, that is a lovely shot.
Yeah, it only takes one bad ball and he jumps all over it. Makayantini's bowled so well. Just a little bit wide and some width. He's been waiting for that hussy. He really has, and he's mighty relieved it came along. He was able to capitalise.
Just like the way that Mike Hussey is one of the few Australian batsmen in this lineup. Matthew Hayden, I guess, another, but he plays the good old-fashioned side-on game. Quite a few of the boys opening up these days. Ricky Ponting comes to mind. There's one. Gibbs is the chaser. He's thinking about two and coming back for the second. Good stuff again from Hussey.
The other thing that he does beautifully, and as well as anybody I've seen, is he lets the ball come to him. He's always playing it below the eyes. He doesn't feel for the ball out in front. He always lets the ball come to him, plays it late, and there you can just angle it into the gaps. That's why he's such a good player, and he hits the gaps so often, is because he plays it late and underneath the eyes. It's a good trait.
And he's waited a long time for this opportunity to represent his country. Some 15,000 first-class runs before he got the nod. He's not going to let it slip. Very determined. Gee, Makayantini's been inspiring here. Getting in the right areas consistently. Just the one boundary off this over off the second ball, which was put away for 4, but that was the first delivery we've seen from a long time. Makayantini, where he's just been a little bit short and wide. It is day 3 in Barry. It's not the morning of day 1, is it? Australia need 3 runs to win. Now, it'll just be 1. To round off the over, 7 from it. 93 for 3.
Just 2.
12. Top edge. And that is going to be it. There are the winning runs. Michael Hussey has got it away back on a square, not for a boundary, but 2 runs the result. And Australia win by 7 wickets and 3 wickets down. And they won by 7 wickets.